And good morning. Welcome to today's race is presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel on a Monday. Happy New Year's Eve as our holiday racing schedule continues here at Laurel Park. Live racing today as we close out 2018, and then live racing tomorrow, Tuesday, January 1st, as we ring in 2019. Always fun to be at the track during the holiday schedules. I'm off tomorrow afternoon. Ty Ellis filling in for me tomorrow afternoon. I'll be right here at the track tomorrow afternoon. Me and all my high school buddies. Since high school, we've been going to the track on New Year's Day. Back in college, we used to do the doubleheader, Laurel during the day, then Charlestown at night. And I think after all the lawyer costs and everything, we stopped doing that. So
we won't get into that any further.
We'll just be here at Laurel Park tomorrow. But a big day yesterday. We had those big carryovers yesterday. I think they put like 60,000 into the late pick 5 with that nice carryover. And I think if I wrote it down somewhere, I think it paid over 9,000. The late pick 5 yesterday. It paid big. I'll double check that payout, but it paid big yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was over 9,000. Jevion Toledo, he had a big 3-win day, so it was a good day for live racing here at Laurel Park yesterday. We had a big crowd, everybody enjoying the football yesterday as the Baltimore Ravens had a big win. They're going to the playoffs, home playoff game in Baltimore next Sunday.
Yeah, looking forward to that kind of Purple Monday right now in Baltimore. Good win.
With the purple tie on.
Yeah, they look pretty good. Got a little sketchy there late. Now 2.5-point favorite at home against the Chargers. That line scares me a little bit. I would have made them like 3.5 or 4. So Vegas, they're tough. They know a little bit more than we know.
Sure.
And looking forward to next weekend again, combining the horses with the playoff action now.
Yeah, playoff action. Watch all the playoff games right here at Laurel Park next week, and up there in our sports book with that 75-foot LED wall. That's equivalent to 25 yards on a football field. It's a gigantic, enormous TV screen. It'll have all the playoff games and horse racing you can want. That's up there in the sports book. So that's next weekend. Let's show you what's going on today here as we wrap up a big 2018 carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6. That's a little over 4,700. That's going to start race 4 on the 9-race program, and that's a mandatory payout as today's the last day of the year. So mandatory payouts on the Rainbow Pick 6, the late Pick 5, and the Rolling Super High 5. So jump on into the action here. Mandatory payouts, so big pools, bigger than normal pools today for the Pick 6, late Pick 5, and if we have a nice carryover in that Rolling Super High 5, people will be jumping in for that as well.
That's the key. Expect that bigger handle, especially in our Pick 6.
Yep.
4,700 today. You're thinking, okay, they might put a couple thousand in.
No.
Normally, no.
Maybe 20, 25,000 into it.
Much better pot, something to target for you in that Rainbow Pick 6.
All right, so let's show you a picture of the main track and get right to it. So I guess I'm sorry. The schedule. Okay, my apologies. Here's the racing schedule for January and February here at Laurel Park. Live racing Thursday through Sunday, January and February. So a 4-day race week here at Laurel Park for the next couple months here, January and February. Now this week, since we had live racing today and Tuesday, no live racing this Thursday. So this next weekend live racing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but then every week after that for the next couple months, live racing Thursday through Sunday. A bunch of big super stakes Saturdays, January and February. So we'll be hopping before long. It'll be the Tessio and then the Preakness.
You got it. I'm looking forward to springtime.
Here we go. Yeah. All right, let's show you a picture of the main track now. We had some rain overnight here in Laurel because we had a fast track yesterday. It wasn't raining yesterday. It didn't rain this morning, so we must have had some rain overnight. And you saw the track. Track is listed as good. We're in the low 50s, overcast, showers later on possibly.
Yeah, sealed right now, and I think that's a precautionary measure, and that's why I've got it labeled good. There's still some moisture in that racetrack. If they do decide to bring out the harrows, it could certainly change to fast. Right now, I'm gonna stay right with good and sealed. We're going to monitor the weather, but yeah, it looks like around 1 o'clock there's 80 to 90% chance of showers coming in the area.
Okay, all right, all right. So look for some mutters on the program today. Let's get right to it here. Race 1, we have a carryover, and that rolling super high five. There it is, a few bucks shy of 4,000 here in race 1 for the super high five. That has a low 15% takeout, and we have it every race with 7 or more horses. If they don't hit it here in race 1, that will carry over to the second race. We have 7 horses there in the second, so keep your eye on that rolling super high five throughout the day. Also, race 1, we kick off the early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. Also, it's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's get right to the opener. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 1, claiming 5,000 for 3-year-old fillies or older filly and mares. Never won 3, and I go with a 3-year-old filly on top. The one Polarization, she's won 3 times. All 3 of her wins have been right here at Laurel Park. She's taken a nice drop in class today for a top barn trainer, Hugh McMahon, having a solid fall and had a solid 2018. McMahon with 71 wins this year, good for 20%. That's a solid year. He gets some weight off with the 7-pound apprentice Ty Liapustina. So I like the barn. I like the drop in class. The favorite here is getting the one Polarization, my top pick.
Yeah, and Ty Liapustina is live on the front end. In both parts of the daily double, Polarization in the first and Sweet Willela, both of them look like they're going to try to be the controlling speeds. Polarization, the only 3-time winner in this race. She's going to be sent from the inside. Probably your logical, most logical winner. But I gotta interesting. He usually doesn't ride Liapustina. It's usually Katie Davis or somebody else. So this is interesting. Little tandem here setting up. Maybe get a little bit better price, but right now 4 to 5 on the board. I go to the 4 Notable Game and the 2 Pretty as New Money. Both of these horses proven at the 6 for a long distance. And I think they're going to get a little help up front with the 1 Polarization, and maybe even Let Me Slide By You to the outside. Has some speed. I don't know if she's quite as quick as Polarization, but Notable Game, a little improvement, a little bit better. Acosta, the seasoned rider last time out, got this horse to finish a little bit better. 2 for 9 at the distance. I think both of these horses, similar trips here, the 2 and the 4, somewhere from mid-pack, and try to wear down the speed. But they're going to have to catch Polarization, no doubt about it.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to get 111 to 1 on Notable Game today. That's what she went off yesterday. You'll get a decent price. It is her 3rd race back off the layoff, so I like that. Dove Houghton's had some nice wins this fall meet here at Laurel Park with Joy Drive, and let's see if she can do well with Notable Game. I like the 4. We like the same 3 horses there, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 1. In the opener. Let's turn the page. Early pick 4 starts here in the second race. We're going a mile and a 16th, claiming 5,000 filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. And let's see, you have the 2 on top. Let's start right there. Congrats to my wife. We have a video spotlight of this filly's last race when she broke her maiden for maiden 10,000 right here at Laurel on December 2nd.
Very patient ride by Katie Davis this afternoon. Really got the horse to settle inside, just behind the speed. A couple of long shots up front. Found some room there, right past the 3/8, heading to the 5/16. It just makes a steady progression. Really doesn't even ask this filly for her best until they hit the top of the stretch. And when she does, she responds. This was second race off of a layoff. Okay, she got the job done. She held firm through the last 1/8 of a mile. 3rd start now. I think that stamina has even built up a little bit more, Stan. Proven at the distance, at the 2-turn distance. Again, gets a good ground-saving trip off of the speed. The 5 is going to go right to the front. Maybe even Jog Grace will go up and entertain the pace. But I think this horse hits another trip again.
All right, I use it too. In my top 3, we like the same 4 filly and mares here in the second race. I go with the 4 on top. Manhattan Lady's been in very good form for trainer Chucky Lawrence, her last 2 tries at Penn National where she broke her maiden. Cheap race, maiden nickel up there at Penn going a mile, but then a good second last out facing a nickel 2 life going 9 furlongs at Charlestown. I just think she's in good form. Hopefully she can translate that good form here to Laurel Park. A little tougher race today than that last race at Charlestown. Joanne Rosado rides his 3-year-old daughter of Wilburn. I go with the 4 Manhattan Lady on top.
Yeah, the 204, they look to me like the best stayers at the mile and a 16th distance. Dancing with Painter, the 3 horse is going to be stalking, making a move into it. A little flatten out late behind G4. But the 2 and the 4 come out of that same race on November the 8th. That was the first race back for congrats to my wife, and I think she had a tougher trip down inside, no doubt about it. She improved second out. Maybe give her a slight edge today.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 3, we're going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming 25,000 for 3 and up. Here in the third race, scratch the 1 no-hitter. We both go with the 7 on top. Arrive in Style for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Claudio, your leading trainer for this fall meet, and I'm pretty sure he's the leading trainer for the whole year here in Maryland. Another big year for Claudio, 155 wins, 25% win clip, 47 wins this fall here at Laurel Park. And this 3-year-old gelding by Flashy Bull, good second at this level last out. That was going 7 furlongs, was in front by 2.5, turning for home. I love the little cut back to 5.5 today. The 7 Arrive in Style should be dead fit for the distance today with Joe Moore Torres aboard. Torres and Claudio a solid 24% together. So this filly is going to be a reliable favorite, I think, here in race 3. Maybe a reliable single on those early pick 5 tickets.
Yeah, I guess you've got 2 horses with the kind of question marks. The 3 Throw the Fade, why the drop? Off the claim for 40. Yeah. I know the Spartan is they'll attack. I thought this horse, even was hung wide, should have run much better against that field last time out. Dirtyfoot got the job done. And Bullet's Child, you've got a first-time starter here, Damon running for a tag. He's 1 for 7 with this move the past 5 years. The maiden claiming first-time starters out of a mare that was unraced, but 3 winning siblings, including Magician's Bullet. Okay. A horse has fared well around here, made over $100,000. So it could be an interesting horse. Tab the tote on the 6. Bullet's Child, but the 7 Arrive in Style comes out of a triple key race, able to stalk. Crush It came back to win and beat better horses yesterday, running a Buyer 71. Just going to stalk outside and make a move. But if the price is going to be at the 2, Kukulkan, I'm going to come back to this horse, shortening up, catches a track, might be not quite sloppy and sealed, maybe good and sealed, or even fast. Right. We'll see what they do with this racetrack. But Kukulkan going to be dead cent from the inside. I think maybe a lineup. 2 goes to the front, 7 stalks and pounces.
Al Cortez is going to be right on the engine there with the 2. So we both have the 7 Arrive in Style on top in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, over 4,700 today in that Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. It's mandatory payout day, last day of the year. Jump on in. I have a ticket for the Pick 6. We'll check that out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 4. Lots of action here in the 4th. We also start the middle pick 4 here in race 4. There's the carryover for the Rainbow Pick 6, $4,729. Mandatory payout day today, as it is the last day of 2018. I have a ticket today for the Rainbow Pick 6. There it is, a $32 ticket. I have 2 singles on my ticket. I need a pair of lucky 7s there in race 7 and 8, but I go 5 deep here in race 4. The 4, 6, 7, 8, your logical plays, but I think the 1 dynamic asset, an interesting 12 to 1 long shot, second off the layoff for Lacey Gaudette. This 3-year-old was very good was pretty good last spring. Let's see if he can get back in good form today. Maybe the 1 dynamic asset, my long shot play here in race 4. So 5 deep in the opener. Race 5, I go with the 1, 2, 10, 11 there. Race 6, that's a nice maiden special weight, the 3 end result. And the 10, Shanghai Bonnie, look much the best there in race 6. Then my singles. Race 7's my best bet of the day. That's a nice allowance race for filly mares going 6 furlongs. I single on the 7, Bell's Irish Fancy for trainer Benny Perkins and jockey Forrest Boy. She was an impressive winner here last out at Laurel Park. So I single on the 7 in race 7. Race 8, I single on a 10-1 shot. The 7, Monkey's Medal, second off of brief freshening, taking a drop in class. This is the cheapest this 7-year-old's run at for a while. Trainer Mike Gorham, he's had some nice long shot winners this fall meet. Maybe he's set up for a nice long shot winner with the 7, Monkey's Medal. I single on him. And then in the finale, race 9, maiden 16 going long. That's wide open. I go 4 deep there with the 1, 2, 6, 7. So a $32 ticket. Bell's Irish Fancy, one of my singles, and then Monkey's Medal at 10-1.
Yeah, I hope they put a lot of money into this. I got to play a ticket. I think it's wide open all the way. I know Bell's Irish Fancy might be the key single for everybody today, but I'll probably go 2 deep on that ticket in a pick 6 ticket at least. But competitive races all the way through races 4 through 9.
Absolutely. All right, let's get right to it here. Race 4, 25,000 starter allowance, 3 and up. Actually, 4 3-year-olds or older horses, never won 3 going a flat mile. I go with the 7 on top, Tattooed. We have a video on the 6, Blame the Kids. We'll get to that in a second, but the 7, Tattooed for trainer Tim Keefe. Jevion Toledo had that 3-win day yesterday. He rides this 3-year-old son of Etched, a real good third at this level. Last out. This will be the 4th race back this winter off the layoff, had all summertime off. I think he's cycling into top form. He ran a career best buyer last out, 85. So let's hope he holds his good form today. The 7, Tattooed, my top pick.
Yeah, this is a horse they've liked since the layoff, since from March to October. Took play in the Maryland Million Classic, had a bad trip, came back again, a little improvement, and then I don't know, 85. That was a bomb that ran second that day. I think I asked my man Willard. He does his own Willard figs as well, kind of very similar to the buyer numbers. He'll adjust accordingly. I've got to check with that. 85. I'm a little dubious of that number. Going to use though. I like to turn back in distance against a Sacred Walk, red hot horse for Claudio Gonzalez. I go to the 4, Jaffazo. That's going to be my top selection for Guadalupe Preciapo. Claimed 2 races back at Churchill, came back and dogged victory, wins. Second place finisher came back to win again 2 days ago, running a buyer of 82. Got a stat here for the 4, if we could show that for Preciado. How about this? 5 for 10 and 7 for 10 in the money with dirt runners the past 3 years at Laurel. ROI of 13.46. At ROI, you had that one big winner, Rocket Jojo, I think was 30-1, either an allowance or stakes a couple years ago. So, when he comes here, he means business. This horse is obviously in his top form. He's come back and worked sharp. Since that, I like the 4. Jaffazo also like the 6, Blame the Kids. Got a video spotlight of his last race. December the 2nd, got the win in the state-bred allowance condition. If we can take a look at that on December the 2nd, Weston Hamilton, a real good ride.
Blame the Kids. Here we go, December 2nd. We have it. It's coming up.
We got that one?
Weston
there it
Hamilton.
is. Good deal. Thanks, guys. And this horse, a lot of horses don't take to being ridden every step of the way. Weston was into this horse almost from the get-go, and this horse never let up. Saved ground early, shifted out through, about the top of the stretch. And look at this determined, grinding run under strong handling. Weston looking real good. Doesn't look like any bug rider right there, does he? Surging to get up against a key horse, Big City Blues. Spotted perfectly right back here for the condition 25 for Kieran. Proven at the mile distance, 2 for 3. Certainly could make it 2 in a row, no doubt about it, if he fires that race right back.
All right, so we both like the 4, 6, 7 here in race 8. How about the 8? I use the 8 as well. Sparty has been hanging around at this level the last few races. Real good second last out. His buyers are just a little bit lower than Jaffazo, Blame the Kids, and Tattooed, but he'll be right there. He'll get a smart ride. He'll be in front maybe with Alex Cintron aboard, and we've had a fast racetrack here. Maybe Sparty gets out to the lead if they let Cintron get away with some slow early fractions. I think the 8 Sparty dead live here for trainer Tim Woolley.
Yeah, you really can't question his heart. I mean, he's going to fight you tooth and nail. Little light on the buyer side, but he's going to get a good trip from the outside. He's going to have to deal with special intention, though. His special intention, they get a fair break. The 5 and the 8, they will hook up at some point around the turn. So I think that's going to set it up for one of those mid-pack closers. I think it's going to be the 4 or the 6. My price horse would be the 2 in here. Done acting. I know you don't have them, but interesting move. Claimed 4 races back. Improve. Now dropped for an outfit, that hasn't run a whole lot of horses around here. It ran terrible. But the protect move, running right back, why would you waste a race? Maybe this horse, just something went awry on the ninth, and they're fine with this horse. This horse can make a run into it. 76, 73 buyer puts this horse into the mix for a barn that we know can get a horse to wake up. So Done Acting is a legitimate closer at a price in race 4.
All right, yeah, sure. I think the race is wide open for a long shot. I'm 5 deep here on my Rainbow Pick 6. You like the 2 Done Acting at a price. I like the 1 Dynamic Asset at a price. This horse, a real good third in the private terms last March. Didn't run very well in the Tessio. He had the whole summer and most of the fall off. He came back. I think he needed a race going 5.5, and he ran okay in that 5.5 for a starter allowance race. Now he gets more real estate today. He stays at this starter allowance condition, second off the layoff. Lacey having a big meet. As I think the 1 Dynamic Asset live here at a price, but I think your 2 Done Acting live at a big price as well. So, man, go as deep as you can here. Race 4 to kick off this pick 6.
Basically got this horse eligible last time for the condition. No protect off the layoff. Now protected today for Lacey and Company.
Oh, interesting. All right, good stuff. All right, here we go. Race 5. We kick off the late pick 5 here. No carryover today in the late pick 5. They hit it yesterday for a big number, but we always have that industry low 12% takeout on the pick 5s here at Laurel Park, and it'll be a mandatory payout on this late pick 5 as well. Race 5, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 3 and up, and everyone 2 lifetime. And I go with the, we both have a cold 2, 11, 10, 1 here.
You got to be kidding me.
In race 5.
Wow.
Yes, we do. The
in
2
this
swing
race.
step. This horse, it's a real big horse that Katie and Bob Manfuso bred. He's by Not for Love. They had to wait till he was 4 to run him, and he was a very impressive debut winner against Maiden 25,000. Then something went wrong. They had to give him a bunch of time off, and they've been trying to get him back in good form. They dropped him to this level last out, and he ran an okay 4th. Great Adventurer, who was second in that race, came back to win. So a pretty strong race late November. Now it's his 3rd race back, second at this level. Blinkers go on today. Blinkers on the 2 swing step. Maybe that can help him regain his top stride. Chevion Toledo will ride. We both have the 2 swing step on top.
I just think the flow is going to be a little bit easier. He's improved speed every start since the layoff. The blinkers go on. This is probably the now or never for swing step.
Sure.
And he catches the right kind of field. I don't think they're going to be blazing on the front end. Bigger horse. He can keep them in range and just kind of steadily progress and get on by late. Not going to be a real big price. I think he might drop a little bit off of that 7-2 line. But, some real sketchy form in this race. I think the 11 is going to improve. I think they're going to run a little bit better for Trump. But that was the race. Great Adventure just kind of ran off the screen early and nobody could catch. So, and the 10, interesting. The 10 took odd play, I thought. I did not think that horse was going to get bet down like he did. I know he dropped last time out, but he was willing. I'll give him that. This is a softer group today. So 2-11, 10-1. Wow, that's crazy. That's telling me that get ready for a bomb.
Right, and the one's live here for Noah Aberson. Chinkwell Pins taking a drop in class today. Weston Hamilton rides cutting back in distance. You're right. It's a soft group, so I think any one of our 4 are live here in race 5. Let's turn the page. You like the late pick 4 today. That starts in race 6. A nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies. Let's check out your ticket. You go very deep here in race 6.
I do. I mean, the 2 obvious horses are the 3 End Result and the 10 Shanghai Bonnie, but there's some well-bred horses in here. Mares that have produced some solid runners. So I'm going to take a shot, try to upset the 2 facing here. We're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. We're not going to leave them out. Then we're going to go ahead and single Bell's Irish Fancy, who looks like if she breaks a early, should be able to control things up front. Maybe I might have to deal. If you can go too deep in there, grab a friend. I would use the 5. What? But I had to keep this ticket reasonable. We're going to single the 7th, 8th race. 3, 5, and 6. So Bob's my uncle off the claim. I'm going to use him. They didn't let me down last time at a price. Take him again first time in the barn of Bruno Story. And then the 9th, the 1 and the 4, and another little bit of a scramble of array. So things are for you long shot players, I think we're going to have some prices along the way. I would think in these last stretch of the last 6 races. So that's why you got to jump in and play that Rainbow Pick 6.
You got to
well.
do a little bomb sniffing today here at Laurel Park.
Yep.
Look for a bomb somewhere. I like how you spread deep there in race 6. Let's take a look here. It's a nice group of maiden special weight 2-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. Let's see, scratch the 2 in the 8,
right,
and that's it. So we still have a big 10-horse field here, race 6. You have the 4 on top. Let's start there. First-time starter, I used the 4, Jason Egan, having a good fall meet, having a good year, good young trainer. This filly's by Frisian Fire. You get Sheldon Russell, some nice works right here at Laurel Park. I like this filly. Doesn't have to ship. She's going to run right here where she's been training.
And breeding Divas Gold, the mare, 9 for 40, made close to $400,000. A very versatile runner. Had 1 sib to race. Good one, honey. You remember her, right?
Sure. Yeah. Jason's
like she
big
was
filly
be
last
any
year.
kind. Yep, 2 for 3. Made $106,000 in those couple starts. 86 buyer. Maybe lightning can strike twice here. For the sibling here, Reigning Fire is going to be my top selection at a price. I still think this horse is going to hold in that 8 to 12 to 1 range because the money's going to have to come in on the 3 to 10.
Remember that good one, honey, won the first time out.
Yeah,
had
a lot of trouble too.
Ran over top of horse.
Yes,
Had to bully her way up the rail.
Yep.
And then a big win in her second race, allowance win. Then they
sent her long, right?
Put
she
her in the Black-Eyed
Yep.
Susan after that. She had a tough trip in the Black-Eyed Susan. So well-bred filly here, Reigning Fire. She can get the job done going short. She's been working well. I use her in my top 4. My top pick, though, the 10's going to be your favorite here. The 10, Shanghai Bobby for Chucky Lawrence, 2-year-old filly by Shanghai Bobby. Trevor McCarthy takes the call here. This filly, a very big effort in debut last August at Saratoga against Maiden Special Weight Company. Those are some of the best 2-year-old fillies in the country as far as Maiden Special Weight races go. And a real big third that day. She was in front every step of the way at 17 to 1. Just got a little tired at the end, but still a good third. She got put up to second via the DQ. She's been working well up there at Fair Hill. A bullet half-mile work from the gate December 27th. 48-3. Chucky Lawrence, 27% in a positive ROI with horses coming back off this kind of layoff. You get the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy. She has early speed outside post. McCarthy can dictate the early terms here on the favored, the 10 Shanghai Bonnie.
Yeah, and as we speak, they are harrowing it right now.
Okay.
But we've got a little bit of moisture. Some of the rain is trickling in. And these Shanghai Bobbies, they can handle the off track. So that could bode well for the chances of the 10 is going to get a clean trip from the outside. Must use it. McCarthy and Lawrence, they've been rolling together of late. Do we have video of the 3 end results?
No, not for this race.
Not for that one. Okay. End result, though, a bad stumble last time out on the stretch out. But, boy, lights out try in debut. Ran hard every step of the way. I thought she'd come down off of that race. She did a little bit, but she had an excuse. She had some trouble out of the gate. Turning back in distance, boy, she should have her best finishing punch here in her 3rd career start.
Yeah, she'll be tough. Hammy Smith had a nice win yesterday with Hall Pass for Men's Grill Racing.
Yeah.
They're live here with this filly. She's been a nice half-mile work December 22nd here at Laurel for the 3 end result. So I'm 10-3. I like the 4 as well. I have the 12 in the mix here. The 12, last Cetus, a first-time starter for Katie Voss. Out of that good mare, Tonka. This filly's by Seville. Jevion Toledo will ride. A bunch of good works here at Laurel. Katie Voss, she can win with first-time starters. She's had a couple, 2 or 3 first-time starters win the past few years here at Laurel Park. This filly, the outside post, a little concern. Tulloch always talks about this with first-time starters breaking on the far outside.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just drift
off. Take that right-handed turn.
Drift out to no man's land. But this filly's well-bred, and if she gets a good break with Toledo, she could be right there today.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about well-bred. Half the Corvus.
Yep.
Half the Cord Maker.
Yeah, just
both of them won at 2.
They
the 2-year-old winners.
Cord Maker just won the Jennings the other on Saturday.
Yep, they can both. Obviously, both can sprint as well. And the 7, a real quick breeding note out of the mare Pearls, Pink Pearl here, a $7,500 purchase, but they're going to run this horse Maiden Special Weight. I think they're thinking this filly's okay. Virginia bred, the Lasix goes on. All 3 foals are winners. I have to ring knocker who made over $400,000 was 7 for 35. So, take that into consideration here for Schoenthal, who struck at a big price the other day with Elevated Vision.
Sure. Well, if the 3 or the 10 don't win
Yep.
this race, you're going to get a big price
Yeah.
because all the money, a lot of money, the 3 and the 10 are going to be heavy favorites
Yeah.
here in race 6. So you have a good idea going deep in this race. You get an upset winner. You upset the 3 or the 10 here
Yeah.
in race 6. You're going to get a nice price. And there's some well-bred first-time starters
Yes,
here in race 6. So a nice field to kick off. The late pick 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 7, a first-level allowance condition for filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs. We have a video spotlight in this race of our top pick. My best bet of the day, the 7, Bell's Irish Fancy, a 4-year-old daughter of Dunkirk. Here's her last win, November 18th here at Laurel.
Yeah, didn't get in trouble early that day. Steadied early, 3 races back, a bobble and a bump on the return, second off the shelf, and comes away cleanly. It just kind of toys with Hip Hop early, and Hip Hop's pretty quick, and is able to kind of nurse around the turn under Forrest Boyce. I didn't really expect this effort coming, but boy, once she got clear and was able to kind of get away with 45 and 3, that's pretty solid practice.
Sure.
But she's doing it easily, and she beats a horse like Margie's Money, who's been competitive stand in 2 other vans when you go back on her page. So razor sharp was Bell's Irish Fancy this afternoon. Gets shaken up here a little bit past the 8th ball. A little bit of a left stick just put to the stick right there. And plenty left through the final furlong to win by 2.5 lengths. So another clean break. She draws outside what I think might be the other speed in what. She's going to be difficult to beat at a short price, but I do like what out of that key race behind Bye Bye Blues. Off a little bit of a freshening. This horse is okay today for Farrier. She's going to be up close a long way.
All right, so we both have a 7.5. The 7, Bell's Irish Fancy. That was a fast time now, 109 and 4. She got a lifetime best, 81 Beyer speed figure. I like how Benny Perkins waited a little bit. She's running back here in about 5, almost 6 weeks, because that was a lifetime best. He gives her a little time to recover from that big effort. She's fresh now. Look at that bullet half-mile work at Pimlico December 20th on 47 and 1. So she's sitting on her A game. You mentioned Margie's Money, who was 3rd in that race we just showed. Margie's Money came back to win. So and this will be the she's only run twice this October, November, twice this fall and winter. She had off she went from August to October to November, so this is really her 3rd race back this winter off the layoff. She could be sitting on even a bigger effort than we saw November 18th. So we both have Bell's Irish Fancy on top. You made a good case for the 5. What? Farrier, he's been okay here recently with these claims from Keeneland.
Yeah, and I mean I think this is the main threat up front. With Bell's Irish Fancy, I don't think Resolana's got that kind of speed. If they throw it down though, if they decide to hook up, maybe the 9's your price user here for Mary Epler. This is a horse that ran big, first time out, sprinting, has come off a couple mile races and a little freshening, is working well at Pimlico. The turn back could do this horse awfully good. And look at this type of layoff for Mary. 66 horse sample, 26% with an ROI of over $3.50. I like that. She's faced the right kind. Isotope, another broad, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Barn,
wins 2 yesterday. That's the one I think is going to make a strong rally into it. Numbers are a little light. I think she's better than that.
All right, see if we can get our 7 home there. Bell's Irish Fancy in race 7. Let's turn the page here. Race 8's going to kick off the late daily double, claiming 12,500, 3 and up, going a mile and a 16th. My price play of the day, Mike Gorham. He got the money for me with Papacho. Let's see if he can do it here with the 7 Monkeys Medal. Second off a brief freshening. We went from October 20th, then December 9th, last out against Open 16,000. No good at all that day. Now we drop to the 12.5. This is the cheapest Monkeys Medal has been in for a while. He's a 4-time winner here at Laurel. 7-year-olds made almost $350,000. He has the back class to handle this kind if Mikey G has him right. You get Sheldon Russell and Gorham. They're 25% together with a positive ROI. So I like the connections here. This is a nice horse, and he's taking a drop in class. Let's see if the 7 Monkeys Medal could wake up for me today at a big price.
This guy owes me no money going back in the day.
Monkeys Medal?
No. But here's what I can't believe. Is that stat right? 0 for 27 at the distance at a mile? I can't even believe that. It's
Well,
hard for. I mean, maybe he's
still made about 90,000
yeah,
though.
on his figures.
at
I
the
mean,
distance.
yeah, he's strong. I mean, is he going to get enough speed up front? He's been falling way back early, but you like Gorman or Price. You've been strong with that angle. It's paid dividends for you, and I'm going to use him as well this afternoon. I like Dazzling Oki. I'm going to go second time off the claim, just outside every step of the way. Made a little move, flattened out, tucks up inside. Dazzling Oki, and maybe in this group could go close to the front. I don't think this horse is going to be too far back. The wake-up horse, the 6, Courtney Song, as your possible speed. Interesting move, bringing this horse off since July, bringing it back. I'm going to go ahead and run long, has the mile workout under its belt. Not a ton of true speed in this race. So Courtney Song, I do think, is going to be sent with Katie Davis. So there you go, 3, 5, 6, 7. Bob's my uncle. I like to move first off the claim here for Tesori. He can move this horse up just a little bit and put him right in the mix.
A salty group here in race 8. Everybody but the 4. That's Stadium. He's live in this race as well for Jamie Nass. Everybody else in the race with 6 figures.
You got Englehart with a dropper,
next
right?
to the career earnings. Yeah. The one Roman approval. He's made over 700,000. This is a for sale move if I've ever seen one here, right? I mean, if I had 12.5, I'd claim the horse and wait for turf season.
Yeah, they just might, and we saw Englehart with a double dropper yesterday.
Oh, this horse, he's getting sold today. Roman approval. These big outfits around here, turf season's right around the corner.
12.5, that's peanuts for some of these guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roman approval. He's getting sold here in race 8. We'll see how he runs. I use him in my top 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 9, maiden claiming 16,000, 3 and up, going a mile and a 16th. I have the 1 on top here, Grand Oasis, first off the claim for trainer Steven Surcop. Good second, last out on the synthetic up there at Woodbine. So I'm taking a little bit of a chance here. This horse is making his main track debut today. He's been all turf and synthetic up there at Woodbine, but his last couple races pretty good up there. If he can translate that to the main track, he's been running the best numbers. Edwin Gonzalez comes down to ride. The 1 Grand Oasis, you like him as well.
I do. I'm going to use him. That Barnes come down here and won a race or 2 in the past. I don't know if he ran much here last year, but he's had some success. And it's about 14% with the synthetic runners changing over to the dirt surface. Yeah, I think the 5 Relentless Line is a user, going to be a square price, stretching out second blinkers, not a ton of real speed in here. I think this horse will stay the trip, maybe a stalk and pouncer, maybe right to the front with Weston. Top selection is going to be the 4. She's like to win. Another one looks like maybe they're going to try to sell in for the 16,000. It's never been on the dirt, but is a full to hell of a fire.
Sure.
Okay, a horse has
Tim
won a
Woolley.
couple races. Yep, Tim Woolley has won a couple races going long on the dirt. So that's good enough for me in this nightcap.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Happy New Year's Eve. Come celebrate out here at Laurel Park with us. 9 live races today. Mandatory payouts on the Rainbow Pick 6, the late Pick 5, and those rolling super high 5s. Good luck. It's right now a little overcast right now. Main track is good. We'll update you if we have any changes in the track condition. Dave Robin coming up next with scratches and changes.
Good luck.